I love the Aussie way.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
love it. Yeah.
yeah.
Like the ability to just talk to anyone in Australia. Like, there's no class system at all. And you can just go, I don't know who you are, mate, but how you going? I just want to ask you this thing down the road here. And he could be the CEO of something, and he'll answer you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, mate, it's down the road. You turn left.
Oh, yeah.
Not like, sumimasen,
Yeah.
all this sort of weird underlying stuff that I still haven't grasped onto yet. You know what I love about the Japanese thing is every little suburb, you've got, say, the suburb of Iwato, where my wife's from, is split up into like A, B, C, D, E, F, sort of like this. And so she's in the G section of Iwato. And the G section means that there's this little floating book that goes from every little house. And they're in a big house, by the way. It's like a nice area. I don't know what anyone thinks about in Japan, but it's a typical sort of good place to live. It's good. There's a park over there. Everything is based around the park. And the book floats around to everyone's house. Every year, it's someone's turn to have all the recycling bin out the front of their house that the bin guys come to every Tuesday or Thursday. Pick up recycling one day, pick up thing. And so everyone has to visit this house and deliver walk around. And if something is bad is happening in the neighborhood, it gets written in the book. So they always kind of go, look, I don't, your kids are a bit wild. This is happening. And then every summer festival, that little G section operates their own festival in so fast forward all these years, that's all the Japanese kids are good. It's hard to find any really wild behaving. We are wild in Australia. There's nothing like that. No one's really looking at us.
Yeah.
If you do something bad in this neighborhood in G, sort of everyone gets to know because of this book. So, there's a whole bunch of great things in Japan that Australia could learn from, I thought, but we've gone way too far. We're just nuts case wild.
You think?
Well,
the G.
The G. Yeah, get up to the G. I love it. What's wrong? Well, you've run out of steam.
No. I'm just trying to think because.
What are they doing? Well, that's Osaka, but Osaka's about 6 hours away.
And it's a bigger town,
Yeah.
It's huge. Second largest city in Japan, I think.
So that's probably different. All this stuff I'm talking about.
And Yoshi, like my ex-husband, was from Chiba, which is next to Tokyo. He got up to no good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, come to think of it, because there's such a big American thing in this town. That's where the big Japanese naval base was. So at the end of the war, that's where they actually made the Japanese emperor sign the papers. I think it was. I'm totally
with General
dreaming
MacArthur.
up. Yeah. They made him sign it in this town, and the Americans took over that base. So I get the feeling in this town that these sort of little cultures of ABC to G has been created after that.
Yeah.
And all these groups have formed together and sort of slightly changed the culture, but it's like, it's us, come on, we're going to make this really good and positive.
Yeah.
So I wonder what it's like in Osaka.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I was there long enough to really take notice of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And things like that, because that would be something more. Children don't do anything like that. It's the adults. Yeah. But I think, because it's so overpopulated, they do have unspoken rules and regulations that they just pick up as they're growing older. And so they know not to do certain things.
Yep.
Or, like even getting on a bus.
What? Here or in Japan?
In Japan, they've got the silver seat and they've got, it's just, you don't sit in the silver seat because that's reserved for the senior citizens. Yeah. We don't have anything like that here. It's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea that if you do something bad, somehow your parents are at fault. Like, you sort of, that old sort of story of, which is kind of relates to the neighborhoody thing. You do something bad on the road, then your parents are going to have to pay for that in a roundabout way. So you've kind of grown up knowing that, I have to be good. I really have to be good. Yeah. The whole neighborhood is going to know my bad story.
Yeah.
Which I know at my wife's house. I know the history of everyone in the neighborhood because everyone knows, she doesn't go to school anymore. She stopped going to school when she was 10 for some reason. She's in that house and.
But that's one of the things that I didn't like about Japan. Yeah, I didn't like that everyone knew everyone's business. It's like, let me do what I want to do. But that's me. And my sister, because she was married to a politician in, it's in Osaka. It's a place called, oh, I can't even remember anymore.
She's still there?
Yeah, she's still there. She's not married to him anymore. He's in jail.
Whoa. Yeah?
Should I be telling people this on the radio? On the
Yeah?
Maybe can we cut that bit out?
No, it's too good. Oh, really? Bad stuff?
I think he was embezzling. Oh, yeah.
It's surprising to me. Like
He was corrupt.
every man in Japan just looks kind of soft, but it's surprising how much the yakuza is spread all over that town. You know, like I just don't see it. But every now and then, I'll just see some hardcore dudes walk down the street and go, "Whoa, don't look that way," you know. But on Friday nights in town, you can get maggot drunk and have no. Like, there are so many drunken people out.
That's why there's
you
so
never
many.
have this fear of thuggery, but it's there.
No, but that's the like, because they work till about 9, 10 o'clock at night, and then they go like to pubs, get maggot drunk, or they go to girly bars, spend shitloads of money. All their overtime that they just earned, they spend it on the girls.
Yeah.
And then they go and sleep in those motels.
Yeah.
Have you seen them?
I've seen only on TV.
Like the capsule motels.
Yeah.
And that's all they're for, is for people to crash out after a big night. If they've partied too long and missed the last train home, they just
They've also got them in 24-hour internet cafes.
Have they?
Yeah, you can sleep there. You're paid to use the internet cafe, but it's gone so far now that you can actually sleep there. You're paid to sleep if you can't get home.
Yeah. Who needs houses?
Have you seen the story with those hosty bars?
Which
Have you ever been in one? Well,
No.
the difference between a Aussie strip club and a Japanese hosty bar.
I've never
It's a
been
really
in
cool
one.
idea. I've been to one, and a mate took me over there in Kawasaki, and it's the greatest idea ever. As a man, if you go to an Aussie strip club here, you sit at a table with your mates, and the girls come out and dance, and then there'll be this girl floating around, and she's trying to get your attention, so that she'll take you out the back for a $50 lap dance to one song or something.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the culture here. In Japan, you pay $50 at the door, and you go and sit in a booth, and a girl will sit right beside you, and there's like 3 spirits on the table with a big bucket of ice. And not that I know anything about the geisha culture, but it's the idea that this girl is there to just be the most charming, the funniest, the prettiest. She just touches you gives you so much love.
Yeah.
And your drink is never empty. They're constantly pouring this straight spirits into this jar. And you're like, man, I'm the king. She loves me. She loves me. And then, boom, 3 songs later, a new girl. And you're like, whoa, this place is unreal. You know, whoa. And then in 1 hour, $50, you've already spent it. You're not even talking money. But you're so hammered drunk, you're in love with 6 girls in the room, and then you're out your ass on the outside. You're like, what happened? What happened? It's the greatest. They had one in Surfers Paradise.
Yeah.
And it shut down the day I worked out. I went, man, I can't believe it's so good. Let's go.
Oh, you're talking
Sorry,
about...
we are closed.
Yeah, not G-Clef, the other one.
Yeah, it was opposite the Clock Hotel. Is it called the Clock?
Oh, I thought that you were talking about the one near Melbourne's.
Are you telling me there's another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan. No, there's a few.
What are you doing, man?
G-Clef. I think you can ask for girls at G-Clef too.
Really?
I'll take you there one day. He's one of my clients. He's cool.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to get Dan. I'm like, let's move to Japan. You can be a host. You can
you
support
could,
me.
dude.
Couldn't he?
Yeah.
They love him.
Yep.
You could earn so much money.
Yeah. Probably have, sleep with a few. Don't worry about it. What?
No touching.
Start slinging, dude. Extra 50 here and there. I said there's a great, it was from Osaka as well. I've never been to Osaka, but there's this host, really cool documentary to get, and it's the story of the host industry. So yeah, there's the hostie, hostess, I think, or she calls it hostie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the host bars where it's
Yeah.
all dudes and they're wearing ridiculous Armani suits and
yeah.
crazy hair. They look
Rolex watches.
weird, man. They look so
yeah.
bad. But these girls just come to these clubs just to get charmed by these guys. And they just drink. They're trying to get the girls to drink as much as they can and pay for drinks. And they're spewing in the toilet. They're trying not to get drunk because all these girls request them. You know, I want him. I want to book my time with him. And he just floats around like the party guy. And there's like 10 or 12 of these guys working all night. And
You
really
should do
interesting.
It, Dan. You would. He would. Hey.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I would. Oh, mate. If I had your looks, I wouldn't even be doing this. Far out. I told you when my wife first saw Dan, we were down the Pines.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know she saw him, but this is what she said. I walked in and went, Dan, I think I've met you somewhere, like weeks before somehow, I can't remember. But I just remembered you. I just only first met you. Hey, mate, yeah, how's things? You know, blah, 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 blah. All cool. And then we get in the car and my wife goes, no, he'd be my boyfriend. He's all right. I went, you didn't even really look at him. Oh, I did. Oh, really? Yeah. So there you go, mate. You're a winner. You're halfway there to working in the club. You get two.
I'll be your agent. I'll get you the good paying jobs.
Yeah, that's interesting. And but there's something the host girls aren't. It's still respectable. A lot of girls.
Oh.
Well, it's not like being a stripper here. Being a stripper here is. Oh, actually, I don't really know, but I know you work in Hello Kitty, right? You work with Hello Kitty. Oh, I don't know to say this, but you've worked. Yeah. But in Yokosuka, there's a Hello Kitty hosty girl. You know, the little. Yeah. That's amazing to me. It's this little character from her hometown in Yokosuka, and the character is a hosty girl. Yeah. You know, like dressed up like I work in the bars.
Yeah, no, because that's what we were trying to do here, because that's called gotochi kitty, and that's like, I don't know, regional kitty, and so everywhere you go, like you might go to Hokkaido and it might be a little kitty with ski boots on. Yeah. I don't know, like I don't know what they are. I know that there's one from a place that's famous for growing rock melons, and it's got a rock melon hat on it or something. Yeah. But that's what we were trying to do here. We were trying to like develop, you know, Hello Kitties for each region in Australia.
It'd be hard here.
It's mega hard.
Well, especially here because we haven't
gone forwards. We've gone backwards in the last 2 years that I've been doing it.
Really? But I don't think you could be. I've traveled this whole country over and over with racing cars, and we maybe in another 200 years we'll have areas where we speak differently, or pretty much now it's all still KFC and McDonald's, and the only slight difference, I don't know, you know what I mean? Yeah. But in Japan, you know, it's been thousands of years of growing rock melons, you know? Yeah. And really significant changes. Like you can still watch TV on Japan every afternoon and be surprised about what they're doing only 3 hours away. You know, little festivals that no one else knows about. Yeah. That they've been doing for thousands of years, but it's only it's like going to Gympie. They've been doing this thing and we only hear about it now. Like so many people are doing so many different things. What is 127 million to our 26 million? Yeah. 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 So why are you ruining Hello Kitty?
Ruining?
Let's not talk about that. Let's not even go there yet.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ruined it yet. Maybe.
Shush,
slowly.
Stop talking about it. Don't talk about it. But they do that stuff interesting when you go to little different towns or something. There's the Hello Kitty thing. There's the little snacks, you know, all the little cakes. This is, it could be that the Shinkansen, the train, is from here. Yeah. So next minute you're eating Shinkansen train biscuits, and it's just the same everywhere you go. They tap onto what this place is about and sell that stuff.
So do you feel like going to Japan yet? I should get you to talk to Dan more often.
Yeah? You haven't been there yet? No, I haven't been there. You'll like it, man.
He'll love it, I think. Not if you're earning, $70 an hour just sitting there.
Well, I'll tell you what frustrates me, though, about Japan is that in Australia, our when you left, Dan, when you left school, we all instantly